Hey everyone, exciting news. We've officially launched the Paranoid Perspective Patreon. If you love what we do, unpacking conspiracies, chasing mysteries, and laughing through the weirdness, now you can support the show and get more of it.
So for as little as $5 a month, you will get exclusive access and extra perks to the episode. Sarah, what do we get with Tier 1?
So Tier 1 is the Curious Minds, and you get a shout out at the end of every episode.
Next tier, this is what you guys really probably want. Ad-free episodes. We don't need those pesky ads that you guys are getting on Spotify, Apple, whatever else. You will get all episodes ad-free along with what else, Sarah?
You'll also get it ahead of time. So before the episode releases for that week, it'll be available for you to watch or listen.
So if you guys are interested, check in the show notes down below, or you can head to patreon.com/the Paranoid Perspective Podcast. Welcome back to the Paranoid Perspective. I'm Jake.
And I'm Sarah.
Listeners, as you might have heard, Sarah and I were raised Catholic. We stood up and sat down and stood up again, to sit down again, to stand up again.
Got on our knees.
Yeah. It was a time.
I was always so dizzy.
Now, that being said...
I was always hungry.
Well, that being said, for one listener in particular, sorry, Mom, I don't dislike you for doing that at all. I just didn't like doing that all the time. That's just me.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Every Sunday's a little, well, any Sundays.
Yeah. But, Sarah, today we were talking offline last week about a TikTok you saw about some secret thing that the Vatican has. And the Vatican has a lot of secret shit, apparently. So.
I'm sure. Don't they have a whole vault, I guess?
Dude, it's insane the amount of stuff they probably have in there. Like thousands of like treasures, artifacts ranging from relics of saints like Paul and Peter, jewels from ancient civilizations, non-publicized document. They have a 52-mile like shelving unit thing that has all their archives in it. 52 fucking miles, Sarah. That's insane.
It's a big shelf.
It is a big shelf. These archives probably have like the secret, often revolved around like restricted archives, correspondence, trial records, you know, and that could go all the way back to like Galileo and the Knights Templar.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Let's do a campaign. Make it public.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah,
I don't think that's going to happen. But to give a little bit of background before we start talking about these, I've got, well, I was going to do 10, but I had to do 11 because there was just too many to pick from. So we're doing 11. We're breaking the norm.
I mean, 1 is like God's number, right? Or whatever.
That's true.
Double God. You should have done 111 for the Trinity.
We would have been here all, you know, for the next, you know, anyway.
This will be the whole series.
We can do a multi-part of this. How about that? Yeah. Every year we'll do a new Catholic secrets revealed, you know.
Should have done this for Easter.
We should have. That's Sarah, look at you. We'll do that next year. Next year, Easter. Yeah. This will be our Easter episode. So, but the Vatican Apostolic Archives, formerly known as the Secret Archives, this reportedly holds 12,000 years of history, including King Henry VIII's Annulet request and Michelangelo's letters as well, among other crazy things. There is also a secret necropolis, a pagan city and burial ground, including rumored remains of St. Peter, exists beneath St. Peter's Basilica. Now, we are going to talk about that a little bit more in depth. Also, unrevealed documents. Theories persist about hidden or restricted or lost gospels, ancient maps, and materials from the Middle Ages that are not widely spread, as well as different things like alleged coded messages within the Vatican's art, such as, you know, the stuff that Michelangelo did and stuff like that. There are some crazy things that they do have. One of them is Nero's bathtub. It is made out of a single piece of this like super rare, I believe it's called porphyry. No, something like that. It's a purple stone that is only in Egypt. Apparently this thing is valued at over $2 billion. Look at this sumbitch, Sarah. It is 25 feet across.
Oh my God. I want that.
Right?
It's kind of tall though, isn't it?
Hey, you got people, if you got a freaking $2 billion bathtub, you can get somebody to load your ass in there.
That's crazy. Wow. I like that stone.
Yeah, it is nice. Very nice. Sure, it's very nice when warm water's in it too. But we are going to talk about relics today. And before we get to the heavy hitters of what I have in this list, let's define what I guess they call these relics. In Catholicism, relics are physical objects connected to the saints or to Jesus himself. There are 3 different classes of relics. You have first class, which include body parts, bones, blood, hair. Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
Blood?
Yeah.
How are they going to have anyone's blood?
We'll get into it, Sarah.
Okay. I don't like that.
I don't like it either. Second class are items used by the saints. Third class are objects touched to relics. I don't know what that quite means. I feel like they just kind of...
Right.
It's like relic by association. Or, yeah.
Well, yeah. That's weird.
Now, where things start to get weird, by the Middle Ages, relics of the Catholic faith were everywhere. I mean, literally everywhere. Churches competed for them, kings collected them, pilgrims traveled across continents to see them.
What?
And guess what?
So some of these are fake, right?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And you know what the craziest part about all this was? It's not a giant leap for you to assume. What do you think the motivation was for people to have these?
Money?
Yep. Throughout
like a
time.
Sideshow?
Yep. Money, power, and influence.
You have to pay to see it. Do you have to pay to see these things?
Not necessarily, but throughout history, that's how these have been used. It's like if I have these relics, I have more power as a leader of this church, or more power as a bishop of this community, or I have more influence because I have pieces of X, Y, or Z. You know what I mean? So
I feel like this would be like a relic war. I want to write a book now.
It definitely probably could be. It for sure could be. At one point, there were reportedly enough fragments of the quote-unquote true cross scattered across Europe to build an entire forest. So,
oh my God.
I can already see...
Just find a sliver.
Yeah, I can already see your skepticism is creeping in here, Sarah.
Oh my God, that's really funny. It says the art relic. No, that's from the art. That could be enough fragments for forest.
But here's the thing, though. Some of these relics do not behave like normal objects, and that's where things kind of get weird. So,
okay.
Let's start with the most famous one. Well, at least what I think the most famous one is. What's your guess for the most famous one, Sarah?
The Holy Grail.
Close.
The Shroud of Turin.
Yep. The only reason why I say that is because it's been analyzed a lot. It's been documentaries have been done on it a lot. Like you can talk to anybody that is not of Catholic or even Christian faith, and if you say the Shroud of Turin, they're going to know what you're talking about.
True. Right.
For those that might not know, this is a linen cloth. It's about 14 feet long. Supposedly, it wrapped the body of Jesus after the crucifixion, and on it. Man, I have some screens to share. I've got a lot of screens to share.
Very
today,
heavy.
Yeah. It is very heavy.
Screen time.
And I'm sure you've seen most of this. Yeah. But the craziest part about this is the shroud actually looks... Oh, let me not go to my notes real quick. I'll just scroll past it real quick. This is what the shroud looks like when it's not being... It's just...
Okay.
So you can kind of make out some faint details here. And I think this has been enhanced as well. Because most of the time what you're seeing is something that looks like this top image right here.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
you're really going to tell me those look like perfect blood drops, like from a drawing?
Well, there is a faint image of a man there. You know what I mean? It's not like we're replacing something that we want to see. There are wounds that are matching the crucifixion. You can see the wrists being punctured and the feet being punctured. Blood patterns match what has been told about, when he was beaten before the crucifixion. The crown of thorns, where the thorns actually hit him in the side of the head and punctured his scalp, it's all right there too. And then also there is a spear wound on the side. The craziest part about the Shroud of Turin is nobody actually knows how the image got there. Scientists have tested it for decades. Some say it's it only dates back to medieval times. Others say the testing dates were contaminated. And the craziest part about it is it's not like a painted image. It's not dyed. Right, it's not burned. It only exists, the image only exists on the topmost fibers of the cloth. Almost like a burst of energy, scorched it into its existence.
I think it's when he was beamed up by the aliens.
Yeah. Could be. Very well could be. But, I mean, that's the thing. Whenever I look at things like this, I think it's I hate to deal in absolutes, but either it's an elaborate medieval forgery that's somehow using techniques that we still don't fully understand, which I don't think that's too likely.
Yeah.
Or it captured something that happened during what Catholics and Christians believe to be the resurrection, Now, that second one makes a lot of scientists deeply uncomfortable, makes a lot of atheists deeply uncomfortable. I don't think it's anything to be deeply uncomfortable about. I think it's just a mystery that we haven't been able to solve. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like the whole point of Christianity is we walk by faith, not by sight, right? So if it truly is the imprint of when Jesus was resurrected, we're never going to know that for 100% certainty as human beings. If that's truly what it was, we're never going to know. The only way we're ever going to know that is if that is the right religion and we go up and we're like, hey, yep, you believe the right thing. Good job, bud. So, we talked about the second one a little bit in the beginning. The true cross. Wood from the cross that Jesus was crucified on. According to tradition, it was discovered in Helena in the 4th century. From there, it got, what's the best way? Distributed would be the best way to say it. And it got distributed widely, and that's maybe crazy. Just a little too widely.
Yeah.
Today, there are hundreds of fragments claimed to be from the true cross. And like I said at the beginning, critics say if you put all of these alleged true cross fragments together, you'd have a forest.
Yeah.
Defenders say most are tiny splinters and exaggerations do exist. So, but here's the thing though, how are you going to actually know if it's the part of the true cross? You know what I mean?
Right. I'm just surprised they didn't preserve it as a cross. I'm just surprised it even got chunked up and sent elsewhere.
Well, so during Rome, especially during Roman crucifixion, they would reuse those all the time.
Okay, yeah.
You would
yeah,
have,
and they didn't care.
They didn't. No, fuck no. Yeah, they didn't give a shit.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. So they might not even had access to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's where my skepticism comes into place. Romans reused their crosses all the time because they were expensive and wood was not, something they would just waste,
Yeah.
back in that time.
That's true.
And they had, like you said, they didn't give a shit that was supposedly the Messiah for the Jewish people and the Christian people. They didn't fucking care. What they cared about was, all right, dude's dead. Go ahead and let them take him down. They can do whatever they want with his body. Hey, next week we got another crucifixion coming up, so make sure we clean up the crosses, get the low man on the totem pole to scrub all the blood off. We got, another event next week,
Right. Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, Jesus' cross was a lot of people's cross.
But yeah. Yeah, 100%. It wasn't something like, and that's the thing. Like, I think that's why in like situations like this where like people say they have portions of the true cross, it's like, I don't know how you could like say that with confidence. But once again, I mean, I guess you're not supposed to, right? You're supposed to have faith that it's the true cross. You know what I mean?
Right. If you think it hard enough, it's true.
I don't believe that. I don't believe in manifestation or anything like that. We're not. But the deeper question is why is there such an intense need to possess these fragments? Once again, these were not just spiritual. They were like back in the day, it was who ran the political system? The church. If you had a piece of the cross, guess what, dude? You had so much money, you had influence, you had pilgrims coming to see it that were also paying money. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? I don't know. Think the true cross was a genuine discovery that got out of control, or it was monetized to help shitty people grow their own portion of their religion.
Yeah. I feel like probably that one.
Yeah, I agree. Because that's the thing, like I said earlier, I don't know how you would be able to find out which one Jesus's cross was, especially in the 4th century. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you would be able to do that.
No. So. No, not unless someone carved Jesus's name in it.
Well, but that's like, you see that, you remember like they had the names over the...
Yeah.
But those were even a separate piece of wood that would be taken off to reuse the cross for the next person. So, Sarah, you were asking about blood.
Yeah. How they have blood.
The blood of Saint Januus.
Okay. So, who is that?
He was a bishop of Benevento. And he was also a martyr and a saint in the Catholic Church. Or he is a saint in the Catholic Church. There are no contemporary sources on his life that are preserved, though, however. Later sources and legends say that he died during the Great Persecution. The Great Persecution was pretty much when a Roman king, or Roman emperor, what was his name? I'm going to try to my best. Diocletian, maybe? I don't fucking know. I can't do that very well.
Yeah, I don't know that name yet.
But anyway, it lasted for about 1.5 years where he just sought out Christians and was just killing them. You know, didn't care. Januus hid some of his fellow Christians and prevented them from being caught, but while visiting one of his friends in jail, he was too arrested. He and his colleague were condemned to be thrown to wild bears in an amphitheater.
That's crazy.
Right? And video games make bad people, Sarah.
Right. Yeah. They must have had a lot of video games.
They must have, man. Fucking Xbox 360 was coming in clutch in the Roman times, you know what I mean? But the sentence was changed due to a fear of public disturbance, as one would think. You're about to see 2 men get ripped apart by fucking bears, which I think most people back in that time probably wouldn't have been too worried about that. That's why that story kind of throws me for a loop. They were instead beheaded. Other legends say that either the wild beast refused to eat them or he was thrown into a furnace but came out unscathed. So in order to commit his execution, they had to cut his head off.
Okay, that's kind of crazy. Either God told the bear you can't kill him, but he's not telling the people that.
No.
That's crazy. Or he survived in a furnace. That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this one is pretty creepy. Okay. So this is in Naples. There is a vial of dried blood ampuled of St. James. Most of the year it's solid, but a few times annually it liquefies in front of witnesses.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it always the same day?
Well, that varies from time to time, but it does do it every year.
A
couple times.
So not the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not always on April 1st.
No. April Fools, but get you guys good for 20 centuries now. Anyway.
That's crazy.
But no heating, no shaking. It just becomes liquid.
I want a time lapse of this.
So I tried to get a video of it, and I did see a few of them out there, but it's hard. It's hard to really,
you
know
really
what I mean?
see what's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
So
wow.
Now, people do take it as a bad omen. Wars, disasters have reportedly followed the failed liquefations when people are expecting it to. I don't know. It's
okay.
It's fucking weird.
Scientists have tried. Divination.
Right. Yeah. Now, I don't know what is actually in that ampule. It very well could be his blood. I don't know how they would have gotten it.
Right.
But
they need to do a DNA test.
Well,
release the files. Release the DNA test.
They won't be able to do that because the Catholic Church is not going to let them open that.
I know. Right.
The thing, scientists have tried to explain it through like chemical reactions, different types of like gel reactions that can happen with different chemicals and stuff like that. But the craziest part about it is nothing fully replicates its consistency.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. What is up with that? Well, and that's not on the same day or anything or temperature.
Right.
That's weird. Yeah.
Now, either this is a natural phenomenon that we do not understand how it is working, or we're watching like a miracle that happens every year, almost.
I feel like it being every year, though, is kind of like, that's too much for
it's way too consistent. It's way too consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be every year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Multiple times a year, right? Yeah.
It's been said that it happens multiple times, sometimes multiple times a year. So
yeah, that's too much.
Yeah. I'm not buying it.
They need to tone it down on their mirror.
Yeah. Yeah. Sarah, speaking of getting weird, have you heard of the Holy Prepus?
No.
Well, we're going there. Okay. First accounts of the Holy Foreskin.
What?
Yep.
They just have this like in a little box? Like what?
Well, I've got a picture.
What the fuck? What is this?
All right. The Holy Foreskin is an ancient artifact shrouded in mystery. Well, something's not shrouded in mystery anymore, but I guess this one is. And the legends surrounding it have contributed greatly to its reputation. The first verified story of the circumcision of Jesus Christ is found in the Arabic infancy gospel. According to the story, Jesus was circumcised on the 8th day after his birth in a cave, as required by Jewish law. An old Hebrew, I know, man, of all the places to be,
Yeah.
But an old Hebrew woman said to have taken the foreskin and kept it in an alabaster box containing ancient nard oil.
Why did she keep it? Ew.
Anyway, so the first account relating to the relic, like people having it as a relic, are linked to the Byzantine Empress Irene, who is said to have offered the relic to King Charlemagne of the Franks in 800 AD. King Charlemagne is said to have presented this sacred relic to Pope Leo III upon his coronation as the first Holy Roman Emperor. Some accounts say that King Charlemagne claimed an angel gave him this relic and compelled him to give it to Pope Leo III.
Okay. That's weird. I don't know. That's really weird. Also, like, this sucks. Jesus is born in a barn and then he gets circumcised in a cave.
And then people keep it.
Well, yeah. That is weird. Just throw it away. Like, I don't know.
Anyway.
That's not, yeah.
But guess what, Sarah? Multiple churches in Europe once claimed to possess the foreskin of Jesus.
Of course, yeah.
Unless he had multiple.
I don't know.
Well, at one point, there were over a dozen claims, Sarah.
Oh my God. Just tentacles.
And then when people like in the church, and I'm talking, this is back in medieval Europe time frame, if they were like, because it was a competition to those people.
Right. Yeah.
they would say things like, if they didn't have it, they would say, well, we did, but it ascended into heaven, or
oh my God,
or something like that.
Needs it. He needs it in heaven. Yeah,
he needs
right.
It back. You know, because this story for me is where like the relic like culture starts to kind of collapse, because we're not talking about a mystery. We're talking about fucking absurdity. Like,
right. Yeah.
The fact that I didn't think this was a real thing, and then I Googled it, and I have a fucking picture. Hold on, Sarah. I got you. I'm sharing the fucking screen, and you're gonna fucking see this too. This is allegedly one of the holy foreskins. Looks pretty fucking big.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't either.
I feel like that's just someone's like just cut off a piece of skin or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they need to go through some of their relics and be like, we probably don't need to keep this anymore.
Or this is one of the best disinformation campaigns, and I'm getting paid a lot of money by the Catholic Church to not say the right things right now, or to tell you the silly things to make you be like, oh, this is stupid.
Yeah. That's all. Yeah, all their ones are stupid. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Well, you better share some money with me.
Oh, I got you. But they only pay in shill bucks, so I'll have to pay you in shill bucks. So.
Oh my God.
Or they did send me some great shill wine, so I will send you some of that. Catholics do like to drink.
Wine's not very good.
It's shill wine though.
Yeah.
Makes it taste
better.
Maybe
if they offered us a trip,
I would love to go to the Vatican.
Take that. Yeah. Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Would we fly on their private Vatican jet?
Hell no. We ain't coming back. We ain't coming back.
Yeah.
So. All right. Next, I got the Veil of Veronica. Legend says a woman named Veronica wiped Jesus' face when he was on the way to his crucifixion, and an image was left behind. The Veil of Veronica is a revered Christian relic believed to have bear the miraculous image of Jesus' face, imprinted when Saint Veronica wiped his brow on the way to Calvary. Housed in St. Peter's Basilica in Rome, it is traditionally displayed on the 5th Sunday of Lent. The cloth is a symbol of compassion and the true image or vera icon of Christ. The thing about it is, well, I'll go into a little bit more of this though. Like I said, according to tradition, she wiped the face of Jesus. Jesus returned the cloth, leaving his image miraculously on it, and traditions connect her to the woman healed of hemorrhage in the gospel. I've never heard that story. Maybe I just didn't pay attention enough in Sunday school. I don't know. Like I said, it's kept at St. Peter's Basilica, specifically in a chapel behind a balcony and one of the piers supporting the dome. And it is very rarely displayed except for that time that I talked about.
Okay.
It is viewed as a very sacred image of Christ's face during his passion and acts as a focal point for devotion meditation, particularly during the Stations of the Cross. Known as Veronica, the cloth was highly venerated in Rome from a medieval period, particularly the 13th and 15th centuries. And its authenticity has been questioned after the 1527 sack of Rome, but it does still remain a revered item. Now, here's the funniest thing about it. This looks like what they have when I kind of looked at pictures and video. And if this is what they are showing, this is an exact copy of the original veil made in 1617 during the reign of Pope Paul Yeah. So that's the thing. Like, this is a copy. This is not even, this is not the real thing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm not seeing it in there. Like, it looks.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, you can see maybe something, but that's like how our brains work, though. Yeah. I mean, that's like seeing it in the toast, right?
Right. Jesus is in the toast. Yeah. You gotta just squint your eyes a little bit and you can see him.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just leaving his image in all the cloths.
Yeah. Well, we talked about this kind of at the beginning, the bones of St. Peter.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Underneath St. Peter's Basilica, bones were discovered that the Vatican claims to belong to St. Peter, which is the first pope, for those of you that don't know. St. Peter's bones are believed to be the skeletal remains discovered during between the 40s and the 60s as digging of the necropolis beneath St. Peter's Basilica. It was confirmed by Pope Paul V in 1968 as convincing evidence of the apostles' relics. The bones belong to a robust man in his 60s or 70s, wrapped in precious purple cloth, lacked feet consistent with the crucifixion stories.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, it's fitting his bones are below his basilica.
Yeah. But he was the first pope, so I mean, he would have been in that area. But it was found in a second century burial niche near the red wall, and graffiti on the wall indicated lost tomb. Archaeologists of excavations uncovered a funerary monument in a first century Greek writing that said, which it translated to, "Peter is here."
Okay.
So,
I guess.
Maybe. The bones were initially stored and overlooked before forensic examinations confirmed that likely it could be, but it's still not definitive. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way you can really tell. The relics are now housed in a bronze box underneath the high altar at St. Peter's Basilica. Pope Francis publicly displayed them for the first time in 2013.
Okay. Well, I mean, I could see that being real.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, I don't see, this one's not weird to me. You know what I mean? This one doesn't have any weird stuff to it. It's not like there's no
uses bones for something like
that. Well, yeah, but there's like nothing there to like profit on either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that. Right. Like it. I don't know. In 2019, Pope Francis donated 9 fragments of these bones to Patriarch Bartholomew of Constantinople. So they've kind of distributed them a little bit.
Like, why? He just gave him, here's some bones for you. Like,
bones who is of St. Peter.
Who did he give it to? Who's that?
Patriarch Bartholomew of Constantinople. I don't know.
A big...
It must be.
Guy in...
He might be average. You know. I have no idea.
This is weird.
I mean, I don't think it was just Joe down the street, but...
It gave him money for it? Or they're like, hey, we need some money.
Let's
sell some of these bones.
But see, that's the only part of this. Like, when I saw it in 2019 that they distributed it, I was like, oh, here we go again.
That seems really weird.
We're doing what we always do. We're pushing it out to the masses. That way everybody can get it. You know?
Right. Now they're going to have like 30 bodies worth of bones. Like,
yeah. Or it's going to go on like a U.S. tour, like a rock band. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, like the Bodies Museum.
Oh, those
just
are...
one body.
Bone fragments of one body.
Yeah. And like a little like pillow, like little tiny fragments.
I mean...
I guess.
Now, I will say the location is pretty convincing to me for these. The inscription referencing Peter is pretty convincing. And the age of the alleged person that the bone fragments does match his age. But that being said, there is definitely no definitive proof. And if these are Peter's bones, that gives the Catholic Church a direct physical link to the foundation of Christianity. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's not just like spiritual authority. It's like historical leverage almost. Does that make, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, told you.
Right.
Like, that's what
it does reinforce.
Yeah. All right, Sarah, you talked about this at the very beginning, the Holy Grail, the cup Jesus used at the Last Supper.
So they have it.
Allegedly. Indiana Jones gave it to him after the movie. There are multiple Holy Grails, though. Some are in Spain, some are in Italy, some are even in England.
Right. Oh my God.
And each one says, no, we've got the real one. But you can't see it. But we've got the real one.
Well, weren't there more than one goblet, or?
It's a grail, not a goblet.
Oh, weren't there like 12 people? What? It's not. What is it?
Well, yeah, but Jesus only drank out of one of them.
They didn't like pass it around. That's why we gotta like drink out of it from everyone. Right?
I don't remember.
He like pass? I don't know.
My Christianity and my Catholicism knowledge is not very good, so I'm probably not.
Yeah, me neither.
It's probably from backwashing all that wine around when I was a child.
Well, I only had it once. Never again. You only get it. Well, I only got it for First Communion. It's like, I have to have this? Okay. And then it was gross. And I was like, never again. Seems weird that you have to have it. But okay, so they're just saying, but there's got to be other ones that look similar.
100%.
Like, again, how do you know
exactly
that's the one? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they could all think they have Jesus's, and they just have the other people's.
I don't think that's what it is, though. I think it's just like the True Cross thing that we were talking about. I think it's a fucking competition. I think it's not just that the Grail is a relic, because for all we know, the Vatican could have it. You know what I mean? The Vatican very well could have the, cup that Jesus drank out of at the Last Supper. But more importantly, to people that are in positions of power and want to keep it, it is a symbol of power. It is a symbol of eternal life. It's a symbol of a divine connection. And if they can have that and flaunt it, that's what they're going to do. And it might be part of the reason why it's never been like definitively identified, is because once you, like, if you were able to prove that this is no shit the Holy Grail, then the rest of the mystery dies. Like, there's nowhere else you're going to be able to go to see this besides some like lock and key, crazy 52-mile vault that the Vatican keeps it in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, they could make a lot of money by selling tickets.
The Vatican already makes a lot of money.
Do they? I thought they were like,
they were their own city
for a while, weren't they? Like,
well, sure,
about to go bankrupt.
Like, it's like J.P. Morgan. They're not going to go bankrupt.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know.
Well, allegedly, we have the crown of thorns, or fragments of the crown of thorns as well.
I thought they had the whole thing.
Well, have you ever seen like what the actual, alleged crown of thorns looks like? Like, it's not what I remember it looking like, but it's more of like a helmet.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh.
Hang on. Let me try to find it.
I thought it was like a flower garland, but spiky.
Nope. Let me see if I can look this thing up. There we go. Share my screen.
Yeah, there's a lot. Good use of the sharing
I'm getting really good use of it today. But yeah, it would like go over top of the head. Yeah. So it was almost like
not at all. Yeah.
Yeah. It was almost like a helmet of thorns. And I mean, honestly, when those things dry, like they can puncture everything, anything.
Yeah.
Like they are super thick, like you could use them as nails almost. Like,
wow.
It's crazy how sharp they are.
So they like pushed it into his. Well, not
put it on top.
Skull.
Well, no. Put it on top and then pushed it in to where it wouldn't come off.
Yeah. Wow.
Supposedly, this was kept for centuries in Notre Dame in Paris. It was believed to be the crown that was placed on Jesus' head. But here's the catch. The thorns themselves were spread across Europe. And it's literally everywhere.
Yeah. Just to have one piece of thorn.
Now, one thing I will say about this, though, unlike the True Cross, the people his apostles that pulled him off the cross would have had access to this.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
and they would have taken it. I mean,
they would have taken it and
yeah,
had it for, spreading their ministry of showing this is the crown that they put on Jesus. I don't think that's a far-fetched idea at all. I think that's...
Didn't he have it on when the Shroud of Turin?
Well,
and then didn't his body disappear? And they just had the shroud? So did the crown not disappear?
I don't think he had it on when he had it on, the shroud on.
It looked like there were thorns and stuff with the...
Sarah, you're making me scroll back up through my notes now. Now I'm going to lose my spot.
Yeah, you're not going to lose your spot. I thought there were little imprints where the blood is, and it looked like thorns or something.
No, yeah, for sure. So here, I'll share my screen again so we can talk about this. It's good. It's good. Here for it. So what I'm seeing is like puncture marks of where blood was coming down from.
So it doesn't actually...
his head.
Okay. All right. So maybe they took it off first.
I'm pretty sure they would have taken it off first.
Okay.
Now, I don't know that for sure, but...
Because doesn't his body disappear? Isn't that the whole thing? Okay. I guess even if his body disappeared and he did have the thorns, it just left the thorns. Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I could definitely see them taking it.
Yeah, I could definitely see them taking it. I could definitely see them breaking off pieces of the thorns to hand out to, other members of their church to show them, or...
Kind of morbid, though. Here's a piece of thorn for you. Here's a piece of thorn for you.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. People are weird, man. And I think I don't know. It's one of those things where it's the same sort of pattern, though. We have a central relic, we have distributed pieces, and then we have you and me sitting here being all like, well, this sounds like a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I could see that, yeah, being...
I
don't know why you would distribute it, though.
To spread the faith. That would be my easiest...
Right. Yeah, I guess. Don't you feel the energy of Jesus through the thorn?
Don't prick your finger with it, though.
Yeah. Then you're going to fall asleep. So.
The forever sleep. Well, you were talking about how many cloths that he wore and printed his face and stuff on. We have the holy tunic.
Okay.
The holy tunic.
Is that what he wore?
This is the robe Jesus wore during the crucifixion.
Okay. And then
it's kept...
it left an imprint?
Well, I didn't get any pictures of this one. Okay. It's kept in Germany, but guess what?
Germany.
Mm-hmm.
The Vatican says they have it, though.
There are multiple tunics that claim to be authentic.
Not fragments of the tunic. Just full tunics. Thank God. No, I have a tunic. I have it. I have tunic. That's crazy.
Sarah, this is one where I just kind of added it in. I don't have a lot of information on this because it's literally the same fucking thing. It's literally the same thing. You've got people that are like, oh, look what I got.
Right.
I don't know, man.
That's crazy.
Now, that being said, once again, I don't think that's something... It might have been something they had access to after the crucifixion. It very well could have been. But if they're already wrapping him in the Shroud of Turin, why would they keep the other tunic?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think it makes that much sense, I guess.
I don't know.
To have it be like full tunics that people have.
Right. And granted, it was after like the scourging and the beating, and that's what he wore before, and he didn't wear it on the cross, but up to him being on the cross. But that's the thing. It's like, at what point are you going to be like, I feel like there's been so many people that just go out to their vegetable garden and grab some tomatoes and a white tablecloth and are just like start throwing tomatoes at it and are like, hey, check it out, dude. Look what I found in the dirt over here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. I don't think so.
This one is pretty crazy. Have you heard of the incorruptible saints?
No, I don't think so.
These are bodies that don't decay.
Really?
No embalming, no preservation,
Which
intact.
saints?
Well, we'll get into a few of them.
Okay, that's great. So there's multiple.
Mm-hmm.
How many are there?
I think I saw just a little shy of 100, but I don't know if that's accurate.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I only have a few that are actually. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, they're intact, at least for the most part. I mean, they're not completely incorruptible. Like, they don't look like human beings anymore. Like, they definitely look like they've been mummified, but not mummified, but they're like brown, leathery,
Right. Yeah. Okay.
There have been some explanations as far as like the type of environment they died in, if they died under like brutal conditions such as extreme cold or something like that. These, though, are not so much. It's hard to feel like something unnatural isn't happening. The uncorrupted bodies of saints are Catholic holy figures whose remains exhibit little or no decomposition years or centuries after death, defying natural decay. It's considered a sign of sanctity, of course. Over 100 cases have been documented, often finding that most of these are not exactly what they're being led on to be.
Right.
Famous examples include Saint Bernadette, Nevers, France, I believe, Saint Catherine. Man, I'm sucking at reading right now. Saint Catherine and Saint Rita.
So they're all women?
As of right now.
Oh. Okay.
So, some facts about these incorruptible saints. The bodies remain pliable, fragrant, or yeah.
Okay. That's
intact
insane.
without artificial embalming, which believers see as a supernatural sign. As far as its status in Catholicism, while historically associated with miracles, modern church investigators treat it as a sign of holiness more so than anything outside of that.
The most holy?
Yeah. But there are some things for like natural preservation, right? Sometimes bodies are discovered with only parts being incorrupted, such as like maybe just their heart or their tongue or portions of their skin. Some, like St. John Vanali, have face masks applied to preserve their appearances. So I didn't get any pictures of these because they are a little dead looking.
Right. Yeah, I'll have to look on it myself. Should I look at it?
But the one thing is, it is not mummification.
Really?
It is natural. It's not like somebody intentionally dried this person out.
Okay. Yeah.
The other thing that is really important to understand, these do not stay perfect forever. Many of these bodies will darken or become dry or leathery over time, and sometimes are protected with wax masks, like I said with the St. John Vanelli.
Yeah. Yeah, this looks pretty gross.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not all saints. Very few of these saints are actually incorrupted.
Right.
It's more of the exception than the rule, I guess would be the better way to say it. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's interesting to say the least. Like it could be some weird,
interesting.
It could be some weird enzyme in like that specific person's physiology or part of their DNA that just like decomposes slower or differently than other people. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'd be interested to talk to one of those, like, the people that donate their body for science and they go out to like the body farm. I'd be interested to talk to like one of those like forensics investigators to like actually get some scientific knowledge on this to figure out like why certain people decompose differently than others and what could be some natural causes for this. So,
right. Yeah, that's kind of crazy that it's like that.
Yeah. All right, Sarah, we're going to get to your obsidian black mirror.
Yay. I need to buy one of these.
They do look really awesome, you know?
Yeah.
Now, we've been talking a lot about stuff that, you know, if you grew up in, you know, Western society with, you know, maybe you didn't grow up Christian, but you've probably heard most of what I've already talked about just from being in Western society. We're going to step inside of like something a little outside of these traditional relics. The obsidian black mirror is a polished volcanic glass surface, and it's not used for worship, it's used for seeing, allegedly. It is an Aztec black obsidian mirror, often linked to occultist John Dee. Now, John Dee was advisor to Queen Elizabeth I for scrying, a practice intended to communicate with spirits or angels. So he was allegedly using this black obsidian mirror for that. It is polished, very deep black. It is from 16th century Mexico, with similar but distinct artifacts are housed at the British Museum, often surrounded by legends of the Vatican. So the one that you saw on TikTok is actually at the British Museum. It's not held at the Vatican.
Okay. Ugh. Of course. Is it face another mirror? That's what I saw. Yeah, it's not true. Ugh.
No.
Okay.
Well, I'll give you a little bit to it though. Okay, I will give you a little bit of woo woo. Okay.
Okay. All right.
So
great.
It was crafted in Aztec Mexico around 500 years ago, likely before the 1521 Spanish conquest. Kind of like what I already talked about. It was allegedly used by John Dee, which was a famous occultist and advisor to Queen Elizabeth I. It is associated with Tezcatlipoca, I think that's how you say it, the Aztec god of fate and ruler of the night, whose name translates to smoking mirror.
Okay. Well, that is very fitting.
Yeah. Now, like I said, the famous mirror is probably the one that John Dee did use, is in the British Museum, like I said. The Vatican connection often arises in pop culture or like esoteric discussions concerning like forbidden, lost magical artifacts. But historical evidence points it from its journey to Mexico to European collectors, notably John Dee.
Okay. So it's not facing another mirror and being a portal for spirits to come through.
Nope. Now,
all right.
Those who have claimed to use black mirrors, because you can just get one, you know, it's not anything special. You can just go get one.
Yeah.
Claims it allows them to communicate with other realms, angels, entities, intelligences, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? Demons, if you're into, you know, the Christian faith.
Right.
And it's kind of interesting that it goes way further back than just like European culture. It goes like all the way back to like Mesoamerican cultures, used in rituals and different.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah.
Huh.
So I think you should get one.
I feel like there's something to it. Although I don't want to see something in it that I don't want to see.
Well, the thing about it is too, like when Europeans encountered them, they didn't destroy them. They studied them. Like there was obviously something interesting with them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Or maybe I do want to see it. Maybe I'll get enlightened. I'll get the map to something else.
Well, you got to think like these people, especially the conquistadors, when they saw these people, they thought they were savages. Like anything that they thought was just like superstition, they would have completely ignored and dismissed.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's a reason why they were so intrigued and they brought these back. You know what I mean? And I don't think it was just because they looked pretty.
Right. You know? They do look pretty.
They do look pretty.
But yeah, I don't think that's why.
But that's the thing. I was like, I'm sitting here trying to ask myself, like, did they see something in it? Did they take it seriously?
Right.
Because, like, unlike most of the relics that we've talked about that are tied to Christianity, this object suggests something else entirely. Like, it suggests it's not a divine connection. It's like an access or a tool or a window or something. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So
I think I should get one.
I think you should.
How much are they?
I don't know.
I'll have to look it up.
Hey, maybe that could be our Amazon affiliate link, and we can destroy the world with obsidian black mirrors.
Get it on Amazon. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
I think that, well, it's like a Ouija board being like a Hasbro.
Yeah.
Toy.
Yeah. I think it's hilarious every time I go there occasionally, especially during the summertime, if I go to like Walmart or something and I go buy like the lawn and garden, all the board games are like right on the backside where the lawn and garden's at.
Yeah.
And I always walk through there just to see if there is one, and there always is one. I still think it's hilarious. So.
It is kind of weird. Yeah. They want everyone to open portals.
They do, apparently.
Big Hasbro. Big board game.
That's the next episode.
Yeah.
Board game conspiracies. I fucking hate board games so much.
I know. Yeah, you don't like them.
God, I hate them so much.
Like them a lot. What? Why don't you like them? Did you hate them before or after we played Monopoly that one time?
Always. No.
You were born hating them?
I did, man. I just don't like if I'm going to do something that invests that much time and thinking, I'd rather do something productive, not just sit in a chair and, you know what I mean? I don't know.
There's some faster games. I didn't know if that Monopoly game
it gave me PTSD.
You,
yeah.
Because that was pretty long.
Yeah, that was like, what, a week and a half? Something like that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But
I was mad we were done.
Yeah, you won. And you were still mad.
I was like, I didn't win yet because I didn't physically take up your money. But everyone was like, close enough.
Yep, close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody was just over it.
But, yeah, it was pretty long.
But I don't know, Sarah, is this divine proof or clever medieval marketing? That's kind of...
I feel like a lot of it was marketing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe one thing is, I don't know.
Well, see, and that's one thing. Like, I don't want to sound completely, like a heathen, I guess.
Right.
So even if 99% of these are fake, if 1% is real, the implications are
there's still a lot,
massive. You know what I mean? So it's a hard thing because, like, you can't take faith as evidence. You can't look at history through the supernatural. You can't look at science through the spiritual. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
those saints are kind of weird.
The saints, the incorruptible saints are very weird.
But
no.
Yeah, I feel like it's just something we can't explain. Well, and we're not going to be able to because we can't study.
They're not going to let you.
Yeah. So
Big Vatican over here.
Yeah. They're the biggest of the big.
Maybe that's what I should do, Sarah. I should invest the next 40 years of my life becoming a priest and moving my way up through the Vatican, and then I can have a podcast with you and just break it all. I'll be running 52 miles through the halls of the
a long con.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I have it in me.
No, that's too long.
Yeah.
Well, and you have a wife and children.
Yeah, that's true.
I think they're going to figure that out. Probably.
Yeah, maybe. But listeners,
that's
what I got for freaking Catholic Relics. Hope you guys enjoyed. If I think we should do this as a little bit of a series because there's a lot. Have you ever heard about the what is it? The chronovisor?
I don't know.
I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, it allows you to look into the past or future, and supposedly they viewed the crucifixion through it.
Really? That'd be interesting. I'd like to look at the past as if you're like a fly on the wall or something. I think that'd be really cool.
I think it would be very cool.
Yeah.
But
not the future, though.
No.
I mean, that's like impermanent. That's like nebulous.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because a single minute change could throw everything into a different way. But I think we should do that for our Easter show now. That should be our new thing. At least until we run out. But listeners, in the meantime, if you have one that I didn't cover that you're yelling at your phone or your wherever you're listening to this at. Shoot me an email at theparanoidperspectivepodcast@gmail.com. Sarah and I will get that email, and we will definitely cover it at some point. At the very latest, it'll be next Easter.
Yeah.
So, but
yeah, that'd be good.
While you guys are writing us that lovely email, you should also write us a lovely review on wherever you're listening to this at, whether that be Apple, Spotify, etc., or wherever the streaming platform of your choice is. Check us out on any social media at the Paranoid Perspective Podcast. Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/the Paranoid Perspective Podcast. We have some awesome awesome perks over there. That's the point of the Patreon. It's not free.
Right.
But the easiest and free way, there's another good segue. Share this podcast with a friend. Like, comment, subscribe, share all the good social media buzzwords. And as always, wait, Amazon affiliate link. I fucking forgot. There we go.
It's okay. Amazon.
What are we affiliating?
Should I do the?
Let's do it.
If you, how do I say this? If you want to hold your holy water,
there you go. Dip
in like you do at the beginning and end of Mass. I mean, it's a paperclip holder.
Yeah.
But it works for that too. And honestly, I leave it empty. I don't have any paper clips, so I could put holy water in here. Just beep.
Yeah.
And
there you go.
There you go. So,
well,
that'll be in the description.
It doubles as a holy water dispenser and a paperclip holder. So
yeah. And I have the matching, the one for pens, which I just leave my blue light.
Glasses.
So I don't use it for pens either, but I'll put both because they match. They're cute.
That works.
Yeah.
That works. But what I would say is you're using them for their unintended purposes, and that's a hack.
Yeah, right.
Multi-purpose items.
Right. I think I will put some. Well, if I put water in here, my cat will lick it.
Well, then your cat will become uncorrupted. Or incorrupted.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll probably not do that.
Yeah, probably not the best idea. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. And now, as always,
just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not watching. See you next time on The Paranoid Perspective.